tuning in for another episode of Sipping on No Common Sense. This is your girl, Tiff, the creator and host. I hope everybody's having a good week. We finally got that heat wave officially, but I wasn't ready for it. I just wanted the sun, not the heat.
Right.
Not the heat.
Same.
Not at all.
It's a little tough.
So, see who's sitting next to me is the real Nola. She's got to have it.
Oh, wow.
You ain't seen Spike Lee yet?
No, you said that. I thought you were talking about Yation. I'm like, that's Nola.
No, that's Yation too. Yeah, but she don't paint though. She don't paint. That's the whole character.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's dope. You should watch it.
I actually was discouraged to watch it because I heard the second one wasn't good.
Yeah, the second season was terrible.
I was like,
he just wrote some stuff and just threw it out there.
You got a lot going on. No excuse, but
no, I'm just kidding.
I ain't touch it. I just play, okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's still in your character. You need to sue him.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing. We love Spike Lee. Sitting next to me, this beautiful queen. She's dope. She got many hats on her head. A podcaster now.
Oh, yeah.
A YouTuber. Artist.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur. A mother.
Yeah.
A friend.
Yeah.
Not to me yet.
Thank you.
She's my friend for like 30 seconds. That's it.
We cool.
Just a great person all around. I appreciate her work. You're very dope. A very vibrant person, so I appreciate that. You like the real life Erykah Badu around here.
I guess so. I'll take it.
Okay, real dope. So how you been doing, Vavi?
Man, I'm vibrating high. I
Yeah.
can say that timing is just happening right now.
Yeah.
So, and even this is timing because there's so much more to say this time around. I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, all the hats. So,
Yeah.
But the podcast launched on Monday.
Yeah, that's dope. I listened to it. Forgot to share it. I'll share it when I get home.
It's all good.
I've been busy.
It's rotating.
Yeah.
I'm actually proud of it. This isn't my first time. It's just my first boom with consistency and energy.
Yeah.
I used to be very timid. That was just me as a person, and that translated on there, and it worked as far as content goes. But I don't think I had the right energy at the time.
Why not?
So, distractions.
Yeah, okay.
I had a lot of distractions going on in my life, and I think this is the first time that I've ever given myself all of me. And timing is just working.
Yeah, see, good. Everything has timing. I know. Definitely. I didn't start my podcast like almost 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
3 years ago. Yeah, so everything is timing. So it's hard.
And discipline.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that. I'm gonna talk about it.
I know. We're gonna get into it. So let's first things first. Let's get into your art.
Okay.
So, let's get into your background first.
Okay.
I'll go get in the background first. See what
Okay.
So the people that don't know you, introduce yourself.
My name is Vavi Solomon, but I do go by AOS Vavi online. A lot of people think AOS is like a name, and they try to pronounce it, but it's just the letter. Art of Self.
Okay.
A lot of people struggle with that, but Art of Self is basically my brand. Art of Self is the internal work, but I'm just expressing it through creativity. My paintings, my poetry. I was filming at a time, it's still going, but it's just so many things to balance. So it's all translating into the podcast so that I can talk about it more and people can understand that it's just not about me.
Yeah.
I want to spread that, a lot of ways to find your wholeness is through creativity, whatever it may be. Everybody has their own thing, and if you don't, you just ain't found it yet.
Yeah.
So and another thing with the creatives, I feel like it's important to support one another and to create that vibe.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
energy will help you discover who you are too.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if it's too competitive, people are second guessing themselves. They don't know themselves and they're looking and comparing. It's just too much.
Yeah.
When there's so much creativity to express.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about, doing it for yourself, but you touch people. Not to get all cheesy and
no.
Full House music. But you do. It's a real thing because my biggest thing, I found my organization and my brand and all that because I healed myself pretty much. I went through a depression a couple times and I leveled up every time, and when I was doing that, I was journaling about it. So after a while I had so many books and so many sketches. I'm like, let me just put this together and let it build me. because for a time, I don't think people really knew me. They just know of my work. And I was wondering why my stuff wasn't traveling. I'm like, well, they don't even know who I am.
Right.
So I had to work on that.
It worked out good. It worked out good.
It worked out.
So your art. How'd you get into art, the painting and stuff like that?
It's cliche, but I came out creating pretty much at a very young age. I got in trouble a lot for drawing on stuff.
Oh,
myself, wow. my big white dresser that had my game system and Donkey Kong at the time. You know, I was just a super creative person at a young age, and now my mom is like, oh, sorry. Like, I see what she was doing there. So I was
right. You had my talent, Mom. You know? Okay, let me be me.
And I actually grew up in Nashville for a time.
Oh,
and I came back here for my freshman year.
Okay.
And I got a little rebellious, and that's when I got serious about art because everything else was just not fulfilling anymore. It's different. It's way different energy. Sports was different. Band was different, and I was just mad. So I went straight to doodling and being crazy with it and escaping. And it was just illustrations. And then I worked at Six Flags and did caricatures, so that enhanced, you know, the skill and the confidence because you could draw with a marker. You don't get no pencil. And you got to go in. So that helped me. I think that made a really good foundation for my confidence, and I just went off from there. So I went into a lot of abstract painting. I had a daughter in 2013. And the patience with painting helped me. It molded me to it was just right there. So that's when I first started putting things in galleries and just seeing like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am good. I am pretty good. And then, you know, seeing that people were buying canvases with a black dot in the middle for like 10 grand. I'm just like, oh, snap. Like, I'm doing a lot more than that.
Right. That's a high-end game, though. People pay arm and a leg for paintings, man.
I didn't know. I mean, I kind of had an idea, but I just was never in the atmosphere to, you know, see the people who was even creating it. Some people don't really care about it like that. It's just different perspective, but I just think my passion is different.
How do you get your inspiration? How you paint? So like, some of them are like different eyes and body parts, and I'm like, dang, she slapping though. I was like, this is crazy because people just like usually now it's like people draw other people, like famous people, but you get your inspiration from
my whole first initial style was realism and black and white pencil and really just realism. And then when I got into illustration, it was just my chance to play and do anything. So I drew a lot of tentacles on eyeballs and light bulbs and put them on anything. And I danced around characters. And that went into the painting, but with the patience, I got to really go in on a creative spin on whatever it was. A lot of women's bodies, like curvatures and colors, and then I'm inspired easily by a lot of different styles of art, and I try it, and it usually come out good. So I think it was a blessing and a curse though, because a lot of people like that, but I felt like I didn't have a complete series of things. Like when you put it up, you just see all this stuff. Right. Like, I don't know if I like the way that looks. So, you know, that's where it came into me getting a lot more organized and getting kind of back to where I started with the realism. So, like, my last painting was Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, that was dope. That was very detailed. And I'm like, oh, I missed this. Everything I've learned about painting, colors, vibrancy, now I'm going to pull it in a little bit and sharpen it. And so far, so good, because Hannibal Buress bought that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How was that conversation? I saw you talk with him.
Man, it was so funny because...
Where was that?
It was at the Silver Room, Chicago.
Okay.
It was the block party. Man, they had a silent auction. It was 100 canvases, all types of different art. And everybody's bidding. And I had my mom with me. She's like, my mom is yours. So we were just sitting there vibing. And I'm looking at my paper and with nothing on there. And I'm just like, dang, what do they want? So I kind of, took a break, went outside, came in, and I started from the first painting. And I just started to skim to see what people are bidding on, what's going on. So by the time I get to where my painting is, I kind of look through the crowd. And looking at me is T-Pain. And I'm like, okay, let me look away real fast. But I didn't want to fan out.
You probably thought, is it Erica right there? No, I was like...
I didn't even think about that.
I was like...
Oh, my God. So I told my mom, I was like, Mom, turn on your phone. I didn't know what I intended to do. But I was like, turn on your phone. We vlogging the whole thing anyway. So I go around them and I just come on his left side like, I want to introduce you to my painting. You're right here, And I realized I didn't even introduce myself. Just like talking about the painting and describing my process because we have think about month and a half to paint our things, and I kind of screwed it up and had 24 hours before I completed it.
But you still kill it. That looked like
he was like, nobody mistakes. What do you say? There's mistakes that not an accident or whatever the case is. Like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. And you know, it boosts my confidence. And I'm thinking the whole time that he's the one that bid on it. He was actually my guy did. And then that's when I look and the email was on there, had his name, and the lady's chatting next to me and kind of sparked really the magnitude of who this man is. All these movies that he's been in, and I'm like, he's very low key and quiet. So I had to work my way back. Like, let me go talk to him. He's
you ruined Cosby. Let's throw that out there, dude.
Okay.
That man that ruined Cosby. Bought your painting.
Oh my god.
No, that's what I was thinking when I was looking up
to see the painting. That's all. I hope they friends.
I was playing. No, he's very funny. He's very funny.
I just thought that he had specials. If you got your own special more than one time, even like, okay, you doing something.
Yeah, you know? He's very funny.
Then he's in the Life of Pets.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I was like, okay. So he with Kevin, and they probably goofing off.
Yeah. You know Kevin re-roasting him. So why'd you draw Kendrick Lamar? What made you just him?
When I got that, when I found out about the block party, I was on Instagram, and it was like, submit your email and maybe we'll accept you type stuff. So I did, and I kind of just walked away from it. Didn't really expect anything. Then a couple months later, I get the email, and it was like the perfect time because I was kind of low at that moment. And I'm like, whoa, hey, they want me. So I was like, okay, cool. But they asked for me to recreate a sketch that I sent them, and it was of Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
But it was like a 15-20 minute sketch that I did on a printer paper.
Yeah.
And they wanted painted on canvas, so I had to recreate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was really interesting. It was 2 versions of it, and one definitely did.
See? You're killing it, okay?
I liked it.
See?
It's bittersweet because now it's gone. I might see it again.
Right, you'll see it again.
I'll speak that. You'll
see that again in the mansion one day.
One day.
So you're an author.
Yes.
I know you have a book coming out.
Yes.
So what's this book? What inspired you to write this book?
I am a self-help connoisseur. I like all different types of self-help books, streams, YouTubes. I'm always trying to get good information, and then I noticed that my perspective is very unique.
Yeah, it is.
I get that from my dad. He's very unique, and so he was always telling stories growing up. He's always recreating all types of stories because he can remember the real ones, and that's just how it went. And now I'm seeing that my writing style is not so much storytelling, but in a way it is telling my story along the way. But I'm just giving my expression of what I learned, how I healed myself, what do I do, and how do I have fun, how do I enjoy life now, those type of things. But just broken down into basically self-care, brackets like self-love, self-respect, even going into the yin and yang balance within yourself. So yeah, it's called the AOS Playbook.
It's like a manual you can write in it too, or
it is gonna have journaling aspects in there, but I'm mostly like, so I am letting the book be the driving force, of course, but I am hyper creative, so there's gonna be like kind of artsy visuals and this shows are about to kick off. My first one is next month on the 17th, and that's when you really are going to get the meat of everything. But I want someone to be able to take it away with them. So the book, and it's going to have paintings and all types of things on the inside too. It's not just all words and text. So yeah, something like an adult, I guess, illustration book. So you talk about self-help, and I know you did a YouTube earlier this year, especially your past relationship. Yes.
What made you inspired to put that out there?
For so long, I ran away from it.
She didn't bash anyone. She
no
just
way.
Giving her experience.
It's no point. Character speaks.
You're right. Very professional.
It took a while though, because I've been going through. My relationship was like 8+ years, but it was a lot of one-sidedness and a lot of my own turmoil that I dealt with that nobody but maybe my parents knew about, and I more so didn't say anything because I am very headstrong, and I'm just like, I didn't want to believe that I was letting someone hold me back, but I really was, and it wasn't or blame. I had free will to do it, so I had to take accountability, and that's how I really healed, and that's why I let it out, because I'm like, okay, I was in denial. That's a big reason why I wasn't saying anything. So holding myself accountable comes the story, and it just is what it is. Like I'll tell what my life was. A lot of the things that I experienced, that person wasn't even there for. You know, so I don't really think about it anymore. As far as not doing it. It's my life.
So I know you've been through that experience. What have you learned from that experience? Did you learn anything from yourself? I mean, like growing aspect?
I think the biggest thing, the funniest part is that you get Facebook memories like a year later type stuff. So it'll send me.
Thank you, Mark.
It was some ones where I'm like,
dang, here. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see you.
Why was I
right?
And it's funny though, because my mom will send me some, and I'll look at the pictures, and I will see a whole different person, and I would see like, I would tell her, I'm like, I look dead, like I look dry, I look crusty, like what's wrong with me? And I see it because I wasn't giving myself my own love, like I was seeking love from a source that was not, feeling me, but taking, and I was willingly in this position of like dependency, pretty much, and a lot of it was being alongside another creative. You're doubting yourself, and you're low-key inspired, and you're trying just to be accepted, but in the whole shift it's the same thing, but you don't really know, so it's like we're both just trying to be accepted by each other, but wires are crossed the whole time almost. Like, it was a war. The whole time all this stuff is happening, but I'm not present within myself. Right. So it's a big gap where I really wasn't inside of myself. Right. So once you realize that, you just don't ever want to let that happen again. You just want to be present. You don't want to repeat the same cycles, especially my biggest thing, I felt embarrassed because I went through a cycle of the same thing, being manipulated and looking stupid. But I'm like, but I'm using my heart. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's still not justifiable, because at the end of the day, I'm being a burden on other people because I'm left hanging with responsibilities. Now other people have to help me. So after a while, it's like, dang, I gotta change this. And, my daughter's older now. She's 5. She'll be 6. So she literally knows what's going on. And I have a son that's 3, and he's just as smart. It's crazy. So they have conversations with me all the time, and that was a big thing for me. My parents have been best friends my whole life. I never really seen them as a couple, and I know how it goes. So I was so ready for the cooperation and that, but it didn't go that way, and it threw me off. So I'm faced with breaking stereotypes and not letting a bitterness run my communication with my kids. And, all of that stuff. I got tested. And the only way that I could really digest what was going on and make the right decisions was to write it down. I had to reflect. I couldn't not, because whenever I did go a period of not writing, I felt lost, confused, and I'm not myself, and I'm being triggered, and I'm looking crazy, I'm crying, and you can't do that. You just can't let yourself get there. And when you do learn.
How did you get the strength to walk away? Because some people just stay in it because they think it's loyalty.
Honestly, I think it was the universe, because every so often it was a repeated cycle to where I was the one left, but the door was always open, so it was a revolving door. But this time it was like in my face, like you really can't go. Like the person that I am, ain't no going back to that. No way. No way. And my second child was legit solo dolo me, and so this happened again. So that was like, I'm not supposed to be experiencing this. Like, after a while, I'm just look yourself in the mirror, like, really? You're dealing with this? So it was just a lot of that, and it came to a point where I'm older now, and I know what my passions are. I know my goal. I know what I'm capable of. And I missed a lot of waves. Like, I think I could have really caught one before now, but I was too distracted.
So where did you? I know in your podcast, it's called what's it called?
Real Spill.
Real Spill. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about it. It's new.
Out of the blue, everyone's like, what's
it's a dope name though. So I was like, it's been a long day, guys. Okay, the heat wave is catching my head is cooking. You talked about forgiveness in there.
Yes.
So why did you bring that subject up? Why was that important?
That episode is actually part 2.
Oh, okay.
Part 1 was actually my last YouTube.
Okay.
I was, I intuitively, I would get some type of stream that I wanted to share, and forgiveness just popped up, and it felt like I had been doing self-help work on my, so much that I felt like that was the only thing left. And then once I dove into it, 'cause I was diving into everything. When I dove into that one, I kind of felt like, wait, moment of silence. I don't know how to forget. Like, what does that feel like?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it just was a big moment, and it was crazy because that was the last YouTube that I did, and life just kind of boomed, happened, and there was a return. There was all this stuff that tested me to get my answer, pretty much. So I really, I even said I intentionally put myself in the universe to receive. What does it mean to receive?
Yeah.
And then it happens. Boom. So I really can't say I planned to come back to the podcast like that. It was just a feeling, and that's how everything usually happens. Like my music, the first podcast, I just felt it was right there. I've been writing, just do it. And I introduced my podcast with an affirmation. I say it's good to be, it feels good to let this out. Let me tell you something.
Right.
And, I laid out the 7 guidelines that I felt was like a guide to forgiveness. And
can you tell people what the guidelines are?
If I remember. I mean, actually, you know what?
Okay.
You post
if you remember a few.
Post the links for the full thing. Okay. But let's see.
Oh, what are your top 3? I mean,
I think
on a daily basis.
Dang, you put me. My brain is cooking. Is
that heat?
I know I can find one out of the 7. I think another one definitely would have to do with energy, feeding yourself before worrying about everything that's going on outside, because your emotions are no joke. They can make you feel like everything is against you, and bitter, and why this ain't happening, and even looking for karma to do something. That will make you stuck. And you feel justified, because especially if you feel like you were done wrong, you want some karma to come in, but you don't realize that. I say where focus is, your energy flows. And if you're worried about that situation, which is not even a part of you anymore, what are you doing? Where are you going? Type of thing. And I just noticed more and more that I'm moving, but I move a lot faster when I put, rituals and disciplines on myself, and I just tune in, and everything else just kind of, goes where it needs to go. Release it, let it go, shake it off. Right. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a daily thing.
It is. You look like you cuss on somebody real quick. So I feel bad for somebody whoever right trying to catch up. No, I'm just playing.
We've all been there.
I feel bad for them, okay? Don't cuss me out loud. I'm cool.
That's my past life.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a new chapter.
Are you cautious of the energy you bring out, or people bring around you?
Oh, the people bring around me, yes. Yeah. But I think I'm getting to a place where I'm very trustworthy of myself and just where I'm at right now. So I trust a lot of the things that are coming around me are something that I've already manifested, low-key. I've gotten intentional into manifesting and educating myself on it. That's something I want to talk about on my podcast, but it really works. Words are powerful. Yeah. And when you put your mind to something and every day your actions are following that, why wouldn't it come? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You manifesting. So, can you talk about the little bit about the episode? You don't want to go into it.
Oh, the episode?
Yeah, the next one.
Oh, the next one. Yeah. Well, actually, the next one's kind of going a little bit to the left because I had an experience with my son and another child, and it made me think about the When They See Us documentary, because it made me think about how early young black boys are stripped of their ability just to be looked at as a child. It really just triggered me, and I'm coming from this perspective like, oh, that's my baby, he's just a kid. But then I'm gonna bring on another voice from a male perspective, and then another mother who has 2 sons, and just talk about that and build off of that, but also how to handle, I guess, your clarity in those situations, because whatever's going on the outside, that's trauma. That's the only reason people bring in their drama to you, because they got it. So once you can read that type of stuff, I think you better navigate and understand things and not get so infected by people's BS.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. How did that film affect you? Did you watch it at all?
Oh, it was crazy. After the first episode, I actually had a conversation with my kids. I know they kind of was like, what? But
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I had to just kind of be like, your mom is telling you this because she's protecting you. Wants you to be where you need to be. And even in that strength, like, everybody doesn't want the best for you.
Yeah.
And they're kind of looking, but they kind of understand too. I mean, they've all been here before.
Yeah.
It resonates. Whatever the energy I was given, it was mommy's trying to protect you and tell you this right quick. So after that, I trucked it through the last episodes, and I was definitely like, wow, this really happens, still happens, and who knows about all the unknown stories. And for some reason, a week before that, I was watching the Emmett Till documentary on YouTube. And,
okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, that happened.
It was real heavy.
So are you cautious of the energy that the energy that your kids get around them? For sure.
And
what are you showing them? Like,
I kind of empower their mind more, so where they're very intuitive. They're kids keep it real. So I let them know of their abilities and their powers and how they can speak, to God and source, and let them be protected if mommy's never around or some situation. But even to interact with others and be compassionate and be kind, and just I just really feel like the energy that you're giving, it's just gonna attract what you need most cases. And then when they don't, just recognize it, type of thing. And even though they're very young, they understand. They do pretty well.
Is it hard that talking about that stuff, or like what's going on in the world with them?
That was the first really conversation. I think before that, I think we were watching the news, and my daughter is starting to notice, that man killed someone, or that lady died, or something like that. Well, why? And those type of questions. But it's like when you tell them, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
when you tell them,
it's alright.
My biggest thing is keeping it real.
Yeah.
I think that, I'll tell her I'm not going to go into the gritty of everything and be all disgusting about the details, but let them know that does happen. Yeah. And just confirm why you have to be around your protection and your loved ones and pay attention.
That's true.
But they're young, so I don't know how this conversation is going to evolve.
You think it'll get better, though?
I think it will. I mean,
I'm teaching the black children
as a community.
Yeah,
I would hope so. I'm gonna try and do my part. I'm opening art classes, for young kids and allowing their creativity.
Nobody
to
barks.
I know. I had to, that sip paint type stuff.
She could be this is the wrong class.
It's a real topic. But they used to paint nudes all the time in college. That's college, but I mean, I wouldn't have no kid
not the
paint
baby.
no boobies.
Not the baby.
No. I was gonna let my daughter lead it, honestly, because she paints.
Oh, okay. So, little Vavi. That's dope.
Her energy is way bigger than mine. Way bigger. That's Noah.
I believe it. I believe it. So, what does motherhood mean to you? What's one thing you want them to learn from?
Oh, man. It's growth.
Yeah.
We're all human at the end of the day, but when you really they have that quote, listen to the kids, really listen to them, really allow them to show you who you are and test you, and if the love is there, you're gonna grow. You have no choice. It's awesome though. I was looked at as the person that wouldn't have kids. Yeah. So when I did, that mother instinct just kicked in so heavy. So
was that surprising to you?
It kicked in fast.
Yeah.
Fast to where even my family members kind of surprised. Like, wow, she got this. Cool. All right. I think they were a little nervous. But it kicked in.
Don't
They was like, she gonna leave him and grab her canvas and just walk away. I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. But I was a little nervous. But they gain personality so quick, and you're connected. They come from you, so it's like you're communicating on a whole nother level, and just going from there.
Did you watch the BET Awards?
I did.
Did you watch the speech from Nipsey's mother?
I did.
A lot of people are getting on her regarding the speech that she's made.
That's expected.
Understandings. I processed what she was saying because I went through that 10 years ago with my brother. He got set up to get robbed, and almost died. But I felt like something was off all day. I was like, something is off.
Energy's
but
real.
and when I went out, my mom texted me, was like, hey, your brother got hurt really bad. You need to come home. And then I was like, that was it. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like, she said that. I was like, dang, I had the same feeling. Do you understand the process that she was going through?
I mean, at the end of the day, we've all heard of intuition.
Yeah.
Mother's intuition at that. But I think that because her practices allow her to be a little bit more sensitive to spirit, she's gonna express whatever that is. And think about it, not only is she in that space, she's still experiencing trauma. Like, she lost a son. Yeah. So if she rambles on and you hearing it whatever way you're hearing it, okay, but don't call the lady crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's a lot of jokes going around, and I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah. But I caught what she was saying. Yeah. She had a calming energy for a reason. She was prepared for that, and she spread that amongst those who were wilding out at the scene and stuff. Like, that's just what she was saying. It may be in her own words, but that's what she was saying. Yeah.
I know you're like doing reading, so you express what that is. Going no further, I see you're doing that. I was gonna see you, but I was like, I don't know what that is. She might put a spell on me. I don't know.
Like, people used to say that so long ago, and I'm just like, what does that even mean? But anyway, I get it. I'm just a different vibe.
Oh, yeah, you is. I'm
different. I've embraced that, which is why I do readings now, because I'm unique and my perspective is needed. Yeah, and I'm confident in knowing that now. So it's been about a month that I have intentionally been doing readings for myself. I wake up every morning and journal, and I just started doing readings using numerology. Yeah. I don't do cards or anything that. Yeah, I would like to, but I'm not want to jump into things just because, I feel like it has to be aligned for that. But numerology was guiding me because I had a time where I was waking up and I had no idea. Like, nothing. I was so cloudy. I even could have my plans written out, and I still was just so cloudy. So I'll wake up, I use the date, and I get angel numbers. And angel numbers, you can always Google, what's the meaning of 44 or whatever, and it will give you... what they say is angel guides, and I call it divine assistance. You pray. Yeah. Work without faith, faith without work is dead. Right. And I think if you're reaching out intentionally for help, you'll get it. Right. The universe will answer you. So I'm asking for clarity and what should I focus on for that day? And usually, it hasn't been off yet, an angel number will give me the direction, the confidence, the peace, the whatever the case is. And it got to a point where I had people who asked me, how did you heal? Or how did you do this? How did you do that? So I'm going to show you the process that I do. And I open it up and I'm like, drop the email and I'll just send you whatever I get for myself for the day. And if you want something more specific, send me your birthday. I'll look up your charts and, But if it boomed too hard, it's gonna be a fee, because that's an experience, man. I'm learning. I'm very helpful, and I jump in without thinking. It's a lot of work.
I was like, you dropping emails? She said, drop the email in your bank account before the
Cash App AOSLLC.
Right.
If you ever want to make a donation or get your reading.
Don't feel special. I do this for everybody.
You bought your thing. You bought this life.
Don't feel so special. Okay? No, I'm just playing. Don't put no voodoo on me.
Oh my God. I don't even know how.
I was going to send you that email. I was like,
I don't even want that power.
Whatever. She's like, send that email. She's like, I hope I don't like you. Look, you send that email.
I believe karma is a real thing.
Yeah. Let's speak on that.
I think, honestly, intentions will always lead the way. Whatever your intentions are, check them before you go in. Even if you think, you're doing good, check it. Just see, just in case, because karma answers and you don't know when. You don't know how, whatever the case is. Like, I remember when I was younger, I stole some nail polish from Walmart before, right? And when I got older, I thought about it. Like, me too. What if that hops later? Right. You know what I mean? Because I lost my money. I lost my wallet one day. I would have never stole that nail polish that day. Maybe that wouldn't have happened. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
I think a lot.
Yeah, me too. So, you believe that thoughts become things?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
How powerful is that? Because I know you're speaking on like mental health and mental awareness.
If I could put this into perspective, desires, the flesh is very strong.
Yeah.
And this world is full of illusions and triggers and all these things. So when you really want something and you just set your mind on it and you just go for it, I think that it's like, I don't know, like the Red Sea, it just parts. And you get that thing. And I've done that to myself. And I wasn't happy that I even did it. When I think about it later, like, I was wasting so much energy to get off track. Why, you know, what for? And I'm like, I'm talking about this every day. I want this every day. When I could have been doing the same thing about a goal or you know, whatever I was really needing to get, not putting your, you know, mind there.
Right. So the karma, I know you talk about karma and mental awareness, but energy, you think that's like a fad? Like everybody's just saying, oh, I want to control my energy.
Keep
and
that
stuff.
same energy.
Yeah,
I think it is, but I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence because it's annoying, but it's necessary. You can't play with the spirit, I would say. So if you dabbling just because it's a trend, it's going to get you.
You're right.
Either way, you're going to catch something. You're going to get some knowledge and ism about yourself, whether it's going to hit you because you're, you know, stubborn or you just happen to find something that makes you open. Whatever the case is, like, when I really reached my point of getting to an awakening and learning about that stuff, it was because I got to a really low point where I'm literally just crying to God, like, change it, like, please. And when it started coming, who am I to say what way it comes and what it is? Like, just open it up. This is the energy you asked for.
Right.
You know, when I grew up in church, so
me too.
I had moments where I identified the Holy Ghost and that thing, that higher source, as a chill. Like, I would feel a cold coming over me, or I just, like, skin would raise, whatever. And I still get that. But I feel like I'm more clear on what it is now. It is energy. You know? It's all around us.
So you feel like you have a clearer vision about your life now?
Oh, yeah.
How are you different from back then?
I didn't know my power.
Are you still growing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I am just... I mean,
Getting
I
started.
know a lot. But there's a lot more inside. It was a long time. Like, I grew up in a musical family. No one was doing art like that. And I chose art because I was afraid of my voice. Didn't really speak a lot. When I did, I was soft. I kind of mumbled. All of that. Then I had my daughter, and I had no choice but to branch out of my shell, and that there came the music, and then I'm realizing this was me already. I was already, why? And then I start questioning, why did it take me so long? Why? But, you know, timing and just learning, like, we all walking around here trying to figure ourselves out.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of people who fake the funk, and when they get to a certain point, their mission is to make other people feel insecure or lower than who they really are, and throw them off their square so they can feel a little bit more comfortable. And it works. People actually do get. I was one. I got knocked off my square a couple times and was the underdog unnecessarily. I didn't have to be, but I believed something was lacking for some reason. But now I don't. Like,
I feel that.
I feel infinite at this point.
I know.
And I think I don't even. It's not even a thing. There was sketches that I was doing where all I put was 8s and everything, and that's the infinite number. You know, I was already channeling that energy, but I just didn't know myself.
See.
Who are you?
I can't shake you. I can't shake you.
I'm a little more solid now.
Right. Let's go to a little. The fellas want to know. So if somebody's interested in you, how did they get your attention?
Yeah, it's funny because I was just asked that for the first time.
Because you seem intimidating a little bit.
That's what I said. I didn't know.
Because you're strong. You know, the posts and stuff. I was like, this is a strong black woman right here. I love Vavi. I love when Vavi posts in the morning.
What's the intimidating part, though?
I don't know. You just like, and you know who you are. I think a lot of people are like, you're very secure. Yeah.
It took a long time to get there. I will say, and I think my quietness and my lack of transparency up to now made it appear as I was stronger than what I was. And now I am that strong, but I'm still that chick. Like, I'm still homey, right? But I think sometimes I get too homey. Right. I'm either like real homey or nobody talks to me. There's like no middle. So I'm at the point where I'm like, dang, I do the work, I'm healed, I'm ready to mingle, and nothing going on. I got a couple people, talking about what their interests are, but it's like, it's such a distance. Cyber world, you don't really know. Like, you kind of know, but I'm a Taurus, so it takes me a minute to like get comfortable under somebody. Like, and cyber world don't help. It don't. Not to. I need to read energy directly to.
You ain't never out.
Yeah. Except for this year. I really know. This is the year, and this is how I met more people, but none were shooting their shot or nothing.
They intimidated by what they got to do. That's the question.
I guess it's the right one just won't be. Yeah. I just gotta trust that, and I'm cool. Like, I'm not tripping. Sometimes I do want to like hang out, eat. I'm a foodie, and watch cool movies. And I'm a homebody sometimes, but it's summer. Let's have adventures. Let's go out. Like, I had my first kid at 22, so I kind of missed the fun bar hopping. And having, I'm ready to, come on, you know? Like, I don't know.
Okay, Erica Badu out here. People scared of you.
But she got Andre. She got a good roster there. Like, where's mine? I'm in no rush though. I'm trying to get somewhere to where we taking extravagant type dates. Yeah.
Would you date again?
Oh,
you look for
okay. It ain't off the list. No.
I was like, the fellas want to know. The fellas want to know.
I'm definitely open. Just don't come at me with no.
What do you don't like then? What's your dislike?
Recently, I don't like that people don't let me be human. I'm like, dang. I don't know. I'm this all the time, but there's different layers to me. Like, I'm goofy. I like to play. I want someone to let me know they're listening to me too. Listening is a big thing, but it gets a lot of one-sided because they're seeking an answer from me, I guess, that, I can give. And that's cool, but I don't know. Conversation. I just want that, and I want it to be genuine, and that will build and let me know, are you a reflection of me or not? Right. I'm looking for that. I want to see how much I can grow with someone.
Do they have to be in art too and all that stuff, or no? You want somebody completely different?
I'm not sure. Because now I've dated a creative, a couple of them, and it was cool. We created together. That was dope. But I'm ready for something different. I don't know. I would like for them to be well versed in that world. That would help. But if they're, like, I'm in school right now to be a medical assistant. So if I bump into a doctor, I ain't tripping. Like, we'll see what
she trying to get that check.
Look, I'm taking the check. So let's
get bags. All right, triple bags.
I'm trying to blend the, medical, cosmetic, creative, all of that together. That's where the tattooing comes in. So.
Yeah, let's get into the tattooing. So what made you get into tattoo? That you announced that this week?
Yeah, I actually...
how'd you get over your fear of doing that? Because you said you was feared.
I've been wanting a tattoo for a very long time, since like high school, when I started getting them, because the people I was getting tattooed by sucked pretty much, but I didn't have the voice to say it. So after a while, just like, dang, like I could be doing it in my
I hope they don't watch this.
It is what it is. I don't even know if they watch
I'm not part of it. Okay,
it is what it is. Except for my last tattoo. He just killed it, and now they all really do look shit. Okay.
Oh, they don't look bad.
Whatever. I'm not even.
I'll keep it positive right here.
Real spill. Let's leave that alone. Anyways, I basically dabbled in and out. I had a kit years ago. I've studied it. I've tattooed hella fruit, but I didn't want to do people because I didn't want to be a scratcher, which is someone that's just jumping on people's skin immediately without any training. So I got an apprenticeship, and it started out pretty well, but then it kind of just flopped. And I'm thinking, well, now I feel like timing. That's really what it was, because now, before I got my tattoo kit this time around, I signed up to do Reiki healing courses. I believe in energy, and I believe you have to have it right, just like a masseuse or anything. Transfer energy is real. I don't intend to do that, but I want to double up and make sure that it's not coming back to me either.
Yeah.
And just be able to control energy, give a good vibe, give a good experience, give good art. And I did go to school to be an esthetician as well, so the spa, you know, I want to bring spa to tattooing.
Yeah, that's
with
dope.
Some creativity.
Yeah, I see you doing that too.
Vibe.
Eyebrows, you still doing eyebrows and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
So I will be getting into both regular tattooing and
you have like 10 jobs.
Multiple streams. Look, we all Jamaican. Like, we all something.
What you don't do, okay? Surgery.
Well, it's kind of like surgery. It's a needle.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, I do injections at school.
Yeah, I know.
It's close. With some gloves on.
All right. So how'd you get over that fear of doing it?
Honestly, it's inspiration. It's in between, because I would go through parts of my life where I'm unnecessarily working a job that I don't need to be working. Yeah. And the people there will remind me of that. Like I could be whatever, and then not really feeling like I'm reaching my potential. Like that's the only thing that I'm not doing.
Right.
So I had to, and then I'm just kind of teeter-tottering, and then my boy Everett.
Shout out to Everett. Okay, so never answer the DMs. All right.
He put fire under my behind, pretty much. So, and he encouraged me because he heard me speaking about it. Like, so did you?
Yeah.
Like, dang. So, you know, I asked him, you know, I didn't ask him to tattoo me, but that was pretty much what was gonna happen. And he kind of flipped it on me, like, no, you gonna tattoo yourself.
Oh wow.
I'm like, so today's the day. Okay. And I just went ahead and did it, and I was overthinking like crazy.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
How was that experience?
I'm kind of mad at myself.
Right.
Like, dang, this was fun. Like, I tattooed my ankle, and I had my leg up, you know, like this, and just went in. And I was nervous at first because I was like anticipating the pain for some reason. All these tattoos, and once I really got into the skin, I'm like,
not that bad,
bro. Tripping. And my mom has always told me, everybody told me I have a steady hand. So, and he said the same thing. He emphasized that more than one time. I'm like, you're right. Let me stop acting like I'm not about this life. Like, just go on. You've been talking and manifesting this forever.
Right.
Ever.
So I might have you do my sleeve.
I would love to. I'm already working on leg sleeve project.
Oh, okay.
I have a real trusty guinea pig. I hate that word, but that's pretty much what he is. And we finna go in.
Look at you.
I'm so excited. We drawing it up now.
Yeah. Well, why you because I know you said in your video you're cautious with what you put on people. Why is that?
What I put on people?
Yeah, the tats. So you're gonna. be doing.
Heck yeah. Being intentional, I think, is a big thing. I mean, I got tattoos where I'm like, dang, if I could change it or if I could go back, and they're not all that bad. But I've seen some things where, honestly, like putting names on yourself. I know it's a thing. Yeah. And especially, you know, when you're kids stuff. But just think about what you're putting on your body before you do it, and know why you're doing it and where you're going. And a lot of people like to think about the workforce and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it, but I'm not really talking about that. I'm just talking about what sits right with you. You know, there's some people, like I saw this one interview where this chick put 3 different guys on her.
Oh God.
And I'm like, you didn't learn at least a second? Like, why did you do 3? And they're all non-existent in her life. And but you're carrying them. You know? And I can understand, like, I have a date from a previous relationship, and he was like my best friend. Like, I don't regret it at all. I will get it covered eventually, but I don't feel the heaviness. I don't feel the burden or trauma, anything, but I'm pretty sure there's people that do. Yeah. And I just don't want to be the person that initiates that.
Right, that's true. That's true. Yeah, be cautious of what you put on your body. That's definitely for sure. Yeah. So you're spoken word too. Yes. I wanted to get in a little bit of that. How long you been doing that?
Well, ever since I've been dealing with stuff, I've just been a poetic person. Well, even when I was young, I used to write poems to my mom all the time. And I actually got into art school through my creative writing teacher. So I've just been a writer for a long time. My dad is a writer. Oh, okay. You know, he's been in music forever and been part of a group and everything. He's been the writer. So,
this girl got many talents. Many talents.
I just trying to live my life.
I know you do. You living it with them 10 jobs, okay? Vavi do everything.
Keeps me sane. I'm telling you, it does.
10 jobs for handling the 3 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The 3 kings. Okay. Yeah. So this is why I ask all my guests 3 principles I live by: learn, laugh, and love. Who do you learn from?
specific.
Oh, what's up?
I think it's predictable to say I learn from my kids. I do. I honestly, before I leave the house, I set my intentions to take in some type of knowledge from anyone and anything that I interact with. So I just walk out open. A lot of time it is YouTube because that's a constant stream, but I do carry a vibe of warmth so that I can just talk to people. You never know what they're gonna say or what they're gonna receive. And, I just kind of carry like that. So anyone, the world, I learn from the world. Yeah.
And so, who do you love the most, or what do you love the most?
Who do I love the most?
You can put it back on you if you want.
I have to get to the point where I'm like, I love me. Like, I'm here.
Right.
I feel like I've arrived.
Yeah.
Here I am. Where you been? That's where I'm at with it. Yeah, I love me so much. And I'm like, dang, I've been sleeping on you for a long time. I'm sorry. Where was you at?
Been sleeping on you, beloved?
Yeah,
okay.
Big time.
Right.
Looking for someone, not even just a specific someone, just love outside of me.
Yeah. Who makes you laugh?
Oh man, my youngest baby.
Oh, okay.
She's one, but she's been here a lot of times.
Okay.
She communicates very well without speaking. So her voice and her clapping and her facial expressions, it's a lot of sarcasm. I'm like, how? Like, you only one maybe moments where we have moments we cracking up, and I'm just like, I gotta tell you, nobody's gonna believe me. She is wild. Like, I enjoy her so much.
That's good.
So much, yeah.
Two queens enjoying each other.
You know.
What advice do you give a person that's going through, is not forgiving, trying to get to the place where you are mentally, spiritually?
I think that resistance is a big thing that nobody addresses as much as you should. Like, sometimes you can feel it. You can just feel yourself holding back from, or a guard, or a tense something going up your neck, or whatever it is. Like, release your jaw, breathe, let down whatever's going on, because there's stuff going on outside of you waiting to, communicate with you. There's healing all around you if you let it be. And I just feel like I'm a person just to make people aware of it. Like, I'll guide you if I see it. Like, I'll point it out, but you can do it too. If you set your intentions every morning, and if you want to dive deeper into astrology, it might be that time for you. I've tried it before now, and it didn't do anything for me. But now it does, to where I can actually look for the things that make me happy, give me gratitude, fill my heart, make me feel whole, instead of being around energies that take away and make me feel lesser than, because we all got them. It's your choice to interact with them.
That's true.
Don't forget that you have the power within yourself to be whole. You really do.
That's real. All right, Miss Vavi, I appreciate you sitting with me.
I'm so goofy. I'm sorry.
I know you ain't. I mean, so I appreciate you sitting with me, taking out the time out your busy schedule, sitting with me. So
yeah, it was an honor.
Yeah.
We was on.
Yeah, we was.
I'm ready. I know. Let me know. I'm coming wherever you need me to be. I was definitely gonna be.
Yeah, I know you was. You're very dope. So just keep doing what you're doing, and don't change no different. So,
likewise, all of that.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
No problem.
Drop the link to the Real Spill so everybody can.
Right, listen to Real Spill. Okay, you got my tongue. Real Spill. Okay, yeah. She's spitting that fire on there. She rapping on there too, y'all. So she might drop a letter.
If that make you tune in, go ahead.
You gotta bring me on the show, okay?
For real, no lie, Real Spill. Let's do it.
I was like,
you spoke it already.
Right. I'm like, what? I'm not reading that.
You can't go back.
I don't know how to read.
Don't give me that. All right.
My spirit messed up. Don't bring me over here.
Don't even go. You about to catch a healing on Real Spill. Tune in to the
I was like, Bobby, my therapist, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know.
It always seems to happen. I don't even say that no more.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. Peace.